Hi everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video, we are going to be doing a pick a symbol reading to find out what's in store for you this summer. So take a moment and choose whatever symbol resonates with you the most. You can pick more than one if you feel guided to do so, and find the corresponding timestamps down below. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And as always, please listen to your own intuition above all else. Okay, pile number one. So let's take a look at your spread and find out what's in store for you this summer. I'm actually really excited from the cards that I've laid things out already, just into the little different categories, and there seems like a lot going on. So the first thing I'm just gonna say is you got this card. It came out in reverse, and they don't do reversals in this deck, at least I don't. And it's a picture of like lemonade. So to me, in the summer, one of my favorite things to do is just have like a nice cool beverage and sit outside and relax, right? But it came out in reverse, so this is telling me that pile number one, you're not going to have one of those relaxing summers, but in a good way. Like, you are going to be busy, and you are going to love every minute of it. So what they're kind of making me feel is, like, with me, not a lot has happened in my life in the past couple of years in ways of me doing anything for the summer, right? Or even in my life, I've just been working on myself and development and that sort of thing. So I'm kind of getting this vibe here that might not fully resonate with you, but it's like this summer is not going to be just one that just kind of flies by because nothing eventful happened. This is going to be a jam-packed? Yeah, jam-packed summer is what they're saying to me, okay? You also have the action card and the don't stop card. All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about that when we move into the rest of the cards, but yeah, so rest up now, they're saying. Rest up now because you're going to be busy this summer, which is very exciting. Okay, so where are we jumping to first? So I was really excited for you, pile number one. You have the cornucopia card, so to me that's all about the harvest. You also have this card, so it's like they're cutting their hay and they're gathering, right? So you've done the hard work, you've got something together. There's something that you have been working on. I really feel that it has to do with healing your inner child. You have child divine in reverse right here. And you also have the despair card, which I'm kind of feeling it's like whatever you have been going through, it's been difficult. And when we're working on healing our inner child, that is hard work. So they're saying you have done the work. It's time to reap the rewards. And I love that with the cornucopia. Now you also have the self-worth card, but to me, it's all about like sitting in a chair and receiving abundance. And they're nodding my head, yes, it's your time to receive. It's your summer to receive, pile number one. So I'm really excited about that. You also have this sudden wealth card. So I feel whatever it is that you're working on is bringing in wealth. Okay, I just wanted to see if they had a message right there. All right. I definitely feel, oh, okay. So, you don't, it doesn't necessarily have to be a project that you're working on right now, but the work that you have been doing, especially the healing the inner child work, that is going to help bring you some of this sudden wealth. And I feel that with some of you, it has to do with rejection, right? Almost all of you. Yeah. Okay, they're nodding my head, yes. So, I mean, that's something that we all deal with, right? Unfortunately. So, rejection. I'm definitely also feeling with the rejection card, this has to do with you pursuing something and then either being worried about what others might think about that or what they might say, or others saying things, bringing you down. They're making me feel weighed down, okay? So, I hate when they do that. But I'm feeling like there's a weight, like this huge weight that's just making me feel smaller and smaller, and it's just holding me back. And I feel that that's something that has happened in your life in some way, shape, or form. In the imagery, he's an artist and he's worried about the criticisms of others, so whether they have actually said something or it's just in his head, and it could be both, honestly. But whatever was weighing you down, I don't feel that it's going to be doing that anymore. Like, we're moving into just, it looks like such a bright, wonderful summer. So with these two cards here, I'm feeling that there's no more self-sabotage. And the self-sabotage in this case, I'm feeling is the criticism of others, like worrying about that. So it's not really something that you're necessarily doing to yourself. It's just the mindset of, oh, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what other people will say about me, right? And we all go through this. But I feel that whatever the heavy burden is, like this guy, he's lifting it up and he looks like he's not wavering, he's not shaking. He's got this. So he's pulling this weight off of himself. So whatever that is, they're saying, yeah, it's the feeling and fear of rejection. We're getting rid of that, okay? And we're moving forward, which is amazing. You did have the let go card, so we're letting go. We are letting go of what's been holding us back. We are receiving the gifts that we deserve more than you expect. That's what they're saying, more than you expect, which is really wonderful. For some of you, though, I definitely feel that you're working on a project. So it could be something that you've tried before, especially with the rejection card. Something that you've tried before, but maybe stopped doing. And now it's like you either have the idea to move forward with it or you've been, they're making me feel that for a lot of you, you've been working on this at least this year, just building towards it, and maybe baby steps. And that's what I've been doing with my life too. But you're definitely taking action this summer, and they're saying don't stop. Don't you dare stop. If somebody says something to you, they criticize you, don't stop. All right? If you're doing YouTube videos and someone dislikes your videos, honestly, that would have made me stop before. And they're really wanting me to nod my head. Yeah, it would have. Just somebody just disliked it, right? And I don't know if they hit that button by accident or if it was just like, oh, you're ugly and I hate you, so I'm disliking you. Who knows? And I've received some, and that's okay. You don't have to like it. But what they're saying is it's like that dislike or those criticisms, it might be like, okay, like you didn't have to say that. That's really inappropriate or rude. But you're okay and you're just moving forward. So no matter what anyone says, just keep going and you will feel it. You will feel the confidence within you and you will feel that this is something that I need to be doing. Okay. I'm also getting that there's some sort of like inner wisdom, some ancient wisdom that is coming. Not only coming, but it has been coming for a long time. You've been developing it. So in the imagery, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this angel has a long white beard. So to me, that's saying it's like, they're saying you're seasoned. You're seasoned. So whatever you've been doing, definitely with the inner child work especially, it's like you've been doing the work. So it's been coming up a lot in my videos. It's like the student has become the teacher, the student has become the master. You've mastered yourself and your life is what they're saying. So there's some sort of change here that's been happening for a while. Okay, so they're saying you've been feeling it, but you haven't been seeing it. Get ready to see it, is what they're telling me. Get ready to see it. Okay, so the next thing, I will just say this before I hop to the next one, because the next one is about love, and I feel it's all to do with that. Okay, so you have the changes card, so I'm feeling that some of you are moving, and they're nodding my head. Yes, so there's some of you are moving. This card is all about upgrades as well, so you might be moving to a nicer place. You might be moving to your own place. Oh, okay. They're showing me out the window, I'm seeing magenta, like the color magenta, and I've only seen that color a couple of times. Not necessarily auras, but they show me colors. And I've only done this a couple of times. I see green when I'm working with some people and they have me, or what do you want me to say? When people ask me questions about health, sometimes they'll show me colors like green to let me know that something is okay. So in this case, with me seeing magenta and me not really seeing it, I've seen it 3 times before in my entire life. The upgrades that are happening are within you, but you're going to notice them. It's not just the inner. So this is going to be some of that wisdom that's coming out, they're saying. And it's going to be more like your spiritual gifts. Okay, yeah, they're nodding my head. It's spiritual gifts for a lot of you. They're also showing me that it's a number 9 card, and so to me 10 is the ending, but also the beginning. So you're very close to this, very close. And what they're also making me remember is I was talking about this in another video, and it's like, if you want to try new things, you kind of have to put yourself into that position. So with me and my readings and seeing colors, I wouldn't have believed that I had that abilities, or that I was ready to do that. But what happened was people were asking me about health questions, and I'm like, I'm sorry, honestly, I don't have cards about that many cards about health. But they asked about it, and I was kind of like, oh no. But then I started to feel feelings, symptoms, and I've also been seeing colors. So it's like they put me in that position, and I didn't really know if I could do it, but I did it. And so it's like you have to put yourself in new positions to experience these gifts. But they're saying, don't worry about it, like we will guide you to that. So they're going to guide you, especially for those of you who are working on your spiritual development, your spiritual gifts. They're going to be guiding you to these upgrades, okay? So get ready to upgrade is what they're saying. But also they're showing me the word lifestyles. So your lifestyles are going to be upgrading as well. This has a vehicle in front, so some of you might be buying a new car, maybe whatever project that you've been working on, or if you've been working on building a business, now you can afford to go out and get a vehicle that you really love. Or also you're moving out, you're moving on. You're moving on is what they're saying. Anything else with that? Moving on. Okay. We're moving on. Oh, before I go with that one, opportunities. You have the opportunities card come up. So again, with lifestyles and with the receiving, with the cornucopia, there's more opportunities that are going to be popping up. So it's not just going to be about finances, although that's going to be a portion of it. These opportunities can lead to this sudden wealth, but there's more opportunities for you that are coming up. And I feel that they're going to be opportunities to gain more knowledge. Yep, they're not in my head. Meeting new people, gaining clients, or finding work that you love. Like, it just depends on you. But there's so many opportunities that are coming for you. And what they're making me think of is a fern and how it's kind of like tightly spiraled, and then they just kind of open up. It's like when you're this tight, when you're holding on to things this tight, when anything's this tight, nothing's getting in, right? Nothing's getting in. And it's like all of a sudden your life just blossoms. And they're making me think about a caterpillar in the cocoon, right? So it could feel like forever that you've been in this cocoon, that you've been doing this work and waiting for the day that your wings come and you turn into a butterfly. Well, this is what's happening. You're going to be opening up and spreading your wings, and that's what I'm feeling with the opportunities, with the lifestyle upgrades. They're saying lifestyle upgrades, lifestyle changes. They want me to say upgrades. Okay. Upgrades. Upgrades. Oh, it's almost time to upgrade. Yeah. It's almost time to upgrade. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is when I was shuffling your cards and I had them laid out, the first thing that came to mind was the Grease song Summer Loving. And it came because of this card with the dog on the beach. So let's talk about this summer loving. Okay. All right, they just want me to mention something just before I even say that. Now, the imagery in the cards has to do with female, but it doesn't matter what you identify as. This could be feminine energy too. So again, with developing your spiritual gifts and that sort of thing. But what I'm kind of seeing, it's like, in this imagery, there's a girl and she just looks sad. She looks sad and uncomfortable and like she's trying to make herself be small so she's not seen. That's in reverse now. So if this is resonating with you, that maybe again with making ourselves feel small, and that can be other people, right? How we were talking about the criticisms of others and how that made us feel small. We're not doing that anymore. And now it's like freaking goddess, goddess energy here. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. It's just that doesn't matter. So don't worry about that. But this is just the imagery. Okay. So they're kind of like, they're saying like to relate to me, right? And then in this imagery, you've got, this always reminds me of Bridget Jones, that movie, and how she's in her, it looks like she's in her pajamas and she's hiding herself. She looks like she's shy and she's sad, right? And then we've got the femme fatale, and it's like she's got her fan, and she's like, yeah, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like she's flirty energy, right? So it's like we're kind of changing, we're definitely changing the inside. It's been changing for a while, but it's like we're not hiding. We're not sitting at home in our pajamas anymore. We're not letting our summer just kind of slide by. They're like, yeah, Jenna. That was me. So hopefully I'm not offending anyone, but that's 100% me right there. But it's like this change, this inner change, and even the exterior changes, these changes in your lifestyle, I just feel that there's this confidence that's growing inside of you. And I even felt this morning, I was like, you know what? I feel more confident in the summer. And I haven't had a lot of confidence in my life before my healing journey. But it's like there's something about the summer, and that's the energy I'm getting. It's just like, this is going to be a summer of confidence, building confidence, embracing your confidence, and just embracing who you are. So I love that. It's like, you're just like, this is me. I am owning this, and you're flirting. Some of you, if you're single, well, you don't even have to be single to be flirting. You might be more flirty with your spouse or your partner, but there's definitely that amazing energy. It's like there's a sense of confidence in yourself, in your work, and in your love life, which I love. Okay, so definitely a lot of self-love. I'm seeing self-love right here. All the work that you've been doing, it's like, whew, it's starting to radiate. Like, I don't know, they want me to say like moonbeams. They're making me think of It's a Wonderful Life and how he talked about Mary swallowing the moon and like moonbeams shooting out from her toes and her fingers. It's like that. You're just going to be radiating. So you also have this card, and it looks like she's removed her mask. So this work that we've been doing, we're removing the mask, and it's like we're letting people see who we truly are. We're letting people know about the hobbies that we like, and we're being more vulnerable to others about our journey, right? And I've been experiencing this in my own life, where it's like just little bits, opening up little bits, testing the waters, just putting your toe in the water, right? So that could be in the dating pool, that could be in anything, but it's like, okay, just a little bit, and they're having me move my cup just a little bit. So we move a little bit, and we share a little bit. Okay, all right, and then we move a little bit farther. Oh, we move farther there. That's what they're having me do. They're moving it. Okay, so we're kind of tippy-toeing. That's what they're saying. We're tippy-toeing. But this summer, I feel that we're going to take a bigger leap, right? Because we're feeling more confident. Yeah, they're showing me on this card, there's a 10 and a heart. So to me, it's like we're reaching that completion of that cycle. Thank you. And I love that the heart's beside it. It's like the completion of that cycle, and we're ready for this new love that might be coming in for us, okay? I mean, obviously, some of you are partnered up. Some of you might not even be interested in a relationship right now. So this is what I'm seeing here. Because you had, these two cards came out together. So you had Door to Romance and Happy Family, and they came out sideways. So to me, sideways, that's all about potential energy. That's if you're open to it. If this is what you're wanting, relationship, romance can come to you. If that's what you're wanting, you got to speak it into existence is what they're saying. If you want, now a happy family card could be meeting the partner that you have children with, or that you raise your existing children with. Okay, that could also be you're currently married and you could take things to the next level, right? And by that, I mean just like even deeper connections with your family. So spending more family time, that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, definitely spending more time this summer with your family for that one, and that's just a small little message there. Okay, but I do feel that someone is coming in. For those of you who are single, you have the main female card. Again, doesn't matter genders. This is just to relate with my life. And she's got a rose. So to me, it's like someone's courting her. You may have several suitors. That's what they want me to say. Okay, she doesn't look too happy in this card. So to me, there may be some people coming in that want to date her, and she's just kind of like, no, she's waiting. She's waiting for the one that has the key to her heart. Okay, so you know what? There's nothing wrong with waiting. Don't give up is what they're saying. It's like, okay, these people may come in, but they may come in to teach you something. So maybe they teach you that you are ready for this long-term relationship. Maybe they teach you what you're not wanting. They could show you how much growth that you've had over this past year or longer during your healing journey. And don't worry about it. Okay, they're showing me the number 2. 2. So some of you might have 2 suitors. All right? In that case, what they're saying is look at their actions. And I say this all the time because I've learned this in my own life from dating. It's like people will say anything to you for a number of different reasons. Some people might say something to you like, this is my intention, and that might be their intention at the time, but it changes. Others may lie to you about their intentions. So what they're saying is, with these 2 people, or however many, there could be a number, and they're nodding my head, there could be several people coming in who want to date you. Look at their actions and how they make you feel. Because what they've kind of showed me in my life, it's like dating is so much different. Like, I'm not really dating right now, but as I said, I'm dipping my toe in. And just, you know what? It's like, it's so different now. Where I'm like, okay, I know. Nope, not wasting my time. Nope. I'm going with vibes. and I'm going with what people are showing me instead of telling me. So I just remember being like very naive as a 19-year-old of what some guys may have told me what they were looking for, but they were not. So it's like, well, even in my 30s. So it's like, not as naive, but it's like, okay, they're always gonna try, right? Anyways, veering off here. But this is what I'm feeling. Watch their actions. Okay, so they're bringing my attention to flowers, okay? They're not talking about, do they bring you flowers? Now, I do have a feeling that this person that's coming in will bring you flowers, if that's what you want. They'll give you a gift or something like that. Like, they'll give you a kind gesture, some sort of gesture. Whether it's buying you cologne, they're showing me shoes. It doesn't really matter what it is. Like, don't be distracted by the flowers is what they're saying. It's just like the example, right? So, anyone could buy me flowers, but that doesn't show their true intention, because they could just go out and buy one. Yeah, so they're spending money on me, but I'd rather them spend their time on me. Are you getting to know me? Are you actually asking me questions instead of just being like, hey, want a date? I'm sorry, do you know me? No, you don't know me. So that's what they're kind of making me feel with that. Now, another thing with the flowers, though, they have this card and she's holding a bouquet. So I feel that this person is the person for some of you that you will marry. But I'm also getting that some of you might meet this person at like a wedding, or I had this big feeling that however you meet this person, it's going to be like a meet cute, like on a movie set, like with the dog in the beach. Like, I just feel that their dog is going to run up to you and want you to pet them, or vice versa, like that kind of thing. They're making me feel like 101 Dalmatians when Pongo decides, hey, I want my owner to meet this lady, so let's make this happen. Like, it's kind of like that. Or you meet at a wedding, like something really, really cute. And for those of you that are resonating with this, like, you obviously might not right now, but, oh, okay. I feel that this person is going to be very, very supportive. To me, this card is all about supporting the other when they're down, and vice versa. Like, you're going to be that person for them. They're going to be very, very loyal to you. Like, this is your person. And what they're showing me, it's like, in my case, they're saying, you know, I don't know how to say this. Like, sometimes they make me feel things and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. But I don't know how to, speak it. So that's another reason why they're saying watch their actions, because sometimes people might not be able to convey with their words their true feelings. But what they kind of made me feel, it's like, they're gonna make me cry just with the feeling, but I can't express it. So in this card, there's a whole garden of flowers, and they're saying, like, don't focus on the guy. In this case, in my case, that gives you like a rose or one rose or something. There's nothing wrong with that, but they're saying focus on the guy who has the patience. But they're gonna make me cry. Has the patience to grow you a garden. Okay, but what they mean by that, it's like, again, oh God, like, they're making me feel like the sweetest love. And they're saying that's not even like 1/4 of that. Okay, stop making me cry. But what they're saying is, it's like the person that comes into your life, the one that has patience, the one that is willing to get to know you, that you know, that will take the time to get to know you, that will listen to the things that you say, and maybe show that like if you told them that you really loved a certain meal, maybe they invite you over and they make that meal for you and you just like didn't expect it. Like it's something simple like that, but it means something very big. Like they're making me think of, I can't remember what movie it is, but there was a movie where a girl was telling a guy about, she had a Cinderella watch that her dad gave her and it broke. And this guy went out and he found one and he bought it for her. Like, to me, that's the big feels, right? That's the person that has taken the time to till the soil, plant the seeds, water them, okay? And there's nothing wrong with someone going and buying you one rose. That's enough. But it's like, this person went and they bought a bouquet. I don't even want to say that, but that's what they're making me feel. It's like they didn't put as much effort into it. That's only the comparison that they're giving me. It's like, okay, if somebody buys you flowers, don't be like, you didn't grow me a garden. But anyway, okay, so focus on the person that spends more time getting to know you and developing a relationship with you. That's what they're saying. Okay, so whoever this person is, like, you're definitely, this card keeps coming up, and to me, this is about the destined meeting. It's like there's two different paths, and I feel it's like you might both not be looking, and you just bump into each other. So again, that meet cute kind of energy, like I just feel that that's what's gonna happen with you, and I just think that's so sweet. Oh, I wish I could give you the feelings that I am feeling right now, just from having this reading, because if you are single and you're looking for love and you've been asking your angels and guides to help guide you towards this person and you've been doing the work, it's like this person that's coming forward is the genuine article, is what they're telling me. All right. I'm definitely seeing two of you coming together. In this card, there's two rainbows. So to me, it's like you guys have done the work, you have healed, and you're exuding your true essence, that beauty. And these two rainbows come into the cup and they fill the cup. So to me, it's like you are both full. But both of you have filled your own cup, and now it's time to come together. Perfect timing this summer. There's definitely some sort of, like you both were on a journey and you're coming together. And I'm seeing that with the keys, because to me, spirals are all about the journey, right? And they're coming together to meet. And they're also showing me with a high honor card. So they're making me feel, I probably should have taken it out. But in my Celtic Blue Norman deck, there's a card where it only has like one wagon wheel. And on here, they're showing me the cannons have two. So it's like, you've been operating with just the one wheel. But now this person comes in, they're like the second wheel. And I hope I'm explaining this right, because this makes so much sense in my head. But now you can push the cart. Like things are going to be easier when this person comes in, is what they're making me feel. Like you have the two wheels now, so things will just move smoothly. Things were more difficult without that other wheel. That is such a weird metaphor or simile, but that's what they're making me feel. This person coming together, like things are going to be easier. Things are going to be easy with them. Not only in your life, but in the relationship. Like things are going to be smooth. And I just feel like this is a person that would fight for you. They have your back and they would fight for you, which I think is really, really cute. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this summer you guys move in together. I'm seeing with the key, they're not in my head and they're showing me again, moving in together. So this might not happen, the moving might not happen until like the end of, they're showing me September, the month of September for some of you. But definitely I'm getting the vibe that some of you might be moving in together, and they're showing me this. Oh my gosh, guys. I am getting chills. Okay. So in the Door to Romance card, there's a heart and it has a little lock in it. And they're showing me the key, not only, so yes, this person has the key to your heart. They are the ones that will unlock your heart for you. But both of the numbers are number 33. So if that's significant to anyone, wow. Wow. That's so cute. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to end this video because that's all I'm really seeing for you. And I shouldn't say only all I'm really seeing for you. This is amazing. This love is the real thing. So wait for the real thing. They're also showing me that the card says there's something better. Okay, so the first person that kind of pops in, for some of you, they may feel like, hey, this could be my person, this could be the one, but just watch their actions. For some of you, they're showing me the word tan on Samaritan. So some of you, they might be very tanned. And they're also showing me the name Ray. So some of you, you might be meeting a guy named Ray. I don't know if that's the one. No? Not the man? Okay. For some of them, the men, yeah, okay, they're nodding my head. So some of you might be meeting a guy named Ray. Just be careful. Just be careful. But honestly, listen to your own intuition above all else, as I always say, because you will know. You will know. There may be signs that this person is right for you, but just, take your time with it. And if this person is right for you, they will be willing to take their time. Okay? All right, that's all I'm going to say because this was super, super long. But thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if it resonates. And I hope you all have a wonderful summer. And I'll see you next video. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. So I see a lot of messages coming out in your cards. You got a lot of cards in this reading. So I'm just going to briefly go over them and then jump into each individual one. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing that there's some money coming in. I'm also seeing a relationship and working on our passions. So stay tuned for that. But first, I feel like I need to talk to some of you about something that's really important that you need to do. And you'll know if this is you. But the first card that I'm going to be talking about is clearing, and it says make room for growth. Okay? So I have a feeling that's going to come up in a lot of the messages. But what I'm getting here for some of you, it's like before summer even starts, you need to kind of clear your schedule a little bit. You don't have to fully clear it, but this is what I'm getting. So you have the poverty card and the bad health card. I'm not interpreting them as that. I'm interpreting the images. Okay, so in the poverty card, there's a young boy and he has just worked himself to the bone and he is exhausted and he is filthy and he looks like he could drop at any minute. And especially with that being paired with the bad health card, I just feel that some of you have been working way too much. Like, this could be an actual job. This could be you doing just a lot of housework and all of the things that need to be done, and they're nodding my head, around the house. It doesn't have to be that you're going out to work, but whatever it is that you're doing a lot of things that just don't bring you joy, and or don't allow you time to rest. So that's why with the bad health card, like, I'm not saying that anything horrible is going to happen to you, but what they're saying is you need to clear time in your schedule for you to relax and for you to do things that you enjoy doing, because you do have the passion card. So that's probably going to come up again, but you need to start doing things that spark joy within you. You have the joy card. All right. for those of you who are resonating with that, it's like some of you are probably feeling really drained and exhausted. And what my spirit guides have told me, it's like, if you're not doing enough of what you love, like, sure, there's things in our lives that we have to do that we don't like doing, right? So, like, I don't like exercising, but to stay healthy and for me to feel good about myself, I gotta go out for a walk or I gotta go out for a run. So sometimes there's things that we don't like to do, but we kind of have to, right? And this could be going to work so that we can pay our bills and everything. But there needs to be some time for you to just relax, because you also have the idle hours card and it says take some time to lie on the emerald grass. There needs to be something in your life, some time in your life where you just relax. And they're drawing my attention to the damsel card, and she just looks so sad. Absolutely sad. It's like, to me, your soul is sad. Your soul is like, please listen to me. I really need this. I need rest, and I need something that brings me joy. And the one thing about this card is the sunflower on her dress. To me, sunflowers, it's like, they grow so high and bloom. And to me, it's like, for you to be able to have that growth in your life, you need to have some joy there. You need to be able to water yourself. If you're planting a seed and you're not watering it, it's not going to grow. All right, so for those of you, like, I know this is difficult because of COVID restrictions and everything, but it's like, I feel that you're not seeing your family and friends as much. You're not doing things that bring you joy, whether that's reading or working on creative projects. You've been so busy, and what they're saying here with the bad health card, and again, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but it's like, if you don't make time for rest, especially, your body is going to make sure that you do. So that's going to be maybe like some sort of physical ailment that forces you to stay in bed for a week so that you can rest. Okay, so this is what I've learned, because I've always been wanting to go, and it's like, even if it's something that I do enjoy, but your body sometimes just needs a break, right? So that's what they're saying, you need a break. Now, as I said, rest, but I'm also getting that you need to start doing some things that you enjoy doing. There has to be some sort of passion there, and whether it's just reading a book that you enjoy. They're even showing me, even if you just, give yourself time to rest and watch one of your favorite movies, like a comedy, they're saying comedy, something that will make you laugh. Like, there needs to be some sort of joy there. You can take little steps. If you're not sure of what to do, especially if you want to do something like maybe more with creative projects, ask your spiritual team to guide you towards this, because this is so important. Like, I wish I could explain to you how important it is, but they showed me when I had my depression, like, I was so drained and so exhausted, and they're like, that's because you're not doing anything that you enjoy, right? Among other things, obviously, but they're like, you need to do things that you enjoy. So that's a message right there. I'm also seeing that there's kind of like two sides in your cards, and this sometimes comes out. Oh, all right. I feel that some of you have been feeling sad. Like, you had the complacency card come out reverse, which is actually good. But the damsel card, she just looks so sad. And then with the expectation card, someone's just looking out the window. And to me, it's just a sad energy. Just kind of waiting for something to happen, wondering, when is this going to happen? I'm feeling a little bit of loneliness here. Okay, and you also have the all tied up card. The loneliness, definitely, with the community card in reverse, it's like not being able to see people, not being able to have that interaction. That's what brings you joy, and for some of you. And it's like not being able to have it, that's really difficult. So what they're kind of showing me with the teacher card, there's this ball around kind of near her throat. To me, we're talking about communication. So can you call someone? If you don't have a lot of people in your life, maybe you can look at maybe like a Facebook group or find an online community that has similar interests as you. I'm hoping that this summer, and they're nodding my head, that things are going to start opening up a little bit more for us, especially with the vaccines and everything. They're actually showing me an idea for some of you who are feeling lonely, maybe volunteering. It could be volunteering at a nursing home, which is the example in the card, but it could be also anything else, like working with children. I'm just feeling that there's some loneliness going on here. And they're really encouraging you to speak up about it. Okay, if you're having difficulty with this, again, like speak to your spiritual team. It doesn't have to be just speaking up to those around you, although that would be really, really good. Just to let other people know. I know I was feeling really lonely a few months ago, and I told my best friend that. I was just like, honestly, and I don't really like texting people or calling them because I feel that I'm bothering them, but I felt really good after telling her, like, I've been feeling really lonely. And I live with people, but you can still feel lonely in a crowd. So that's what I'm kind of feeling here is, it's like, okay, again, with the passion and the passion card, like it could be volunteering, but they're also making me feel that some of the loneliness, it's like, even if you're around people, the people that you're around, maybe they don't understand you as much, or you don't resonate on the same frequency as them, right? So maybe you have completely different interests. So even in my life, like I'm a vegetarian and I'm surrounded by meat eaters, and I feel that people just don't understand me. There's a lot of people that know how I eat, and sometimes they make fun of me for it. I get made fun of a lot for it, actually. And it's like, okay, but I feel lonely because I didn't know anyone else who was really a vegetarian. And now I've met a few people, and I just feel like, hey, these people get me. I feel accepted, and I can talk to people about things. I can talk about, hey, like, what do you eat for breakfast? That sort of thing. Like, that's what they're kind of showing me. It doesn't have to be anything huge, but think about a passion that you have, things that you enjoy. They're showing me, like, creative writing. So maybe joining, like, a creative writing class, or even, like I was saying, an online forum where maybe people talk about creative writing. Fan fiction is kind of what they're making me feel. Even if it's a TV show that you really love, and finding a group of people that love it. Like, they're showing me Supernatural. So some of you might like the show Supernatural. Finding others who have same interests as you is really going to help with your loneliness, okay? So again, it doesn't have to be that you are isolated. Some of you are, I am feeling, but this has to do with, this has to do with meeting people who have similar interests as you. So they're making me feel with the All Tied Up card, you need to open up more. That's with the communication. All right, okay, I got it. So it's not only communicating to, communicating? I don't know how I said it's not only communicating to your friends and family that you're feeling lonely, but in this case, it's like opening up more to really show people who you are. And you can do this in little bits, and I was talking about this in pile number 1. And this is how I've been doing it, because it's so difficult to really just show who we are, right? And just be like, okay, this is me. You kind of have to build your way up to it, especially if you've been shy or afraid of showing who you are. you have the rejection card. This came up in the last group too. Fear of rejection. That is huge. That is huge. So working through that. So what they've been having me do is like sharing little bits with people, opening up more about my card reading and what I love to do with that, opening up more about my being a vegetarian, you know, even that, and then people who might find interest in what you're doing, right? Because I was afraid to tell people like, okay, well, I read cards. And now I'm finding that people are way more open and interested about it than I ever anticipated. So it's like, to me, she kind of tied herself up. And it's not necessarily her fault. It's society's fault, in my opinion. But she can break loose of that. And what they're saying, it's like, just open up a little bit to one person at a time and see what happens, okay? So don't be afraid of showing who you are, because those who matter in your life or will matter in your life, they won't mind. All right? They won't mind. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm also seeing there's two different cards here about reaching for something that you want. So we have this guy here. This always makes me think of It's a Wonderful Life, George Lassoing the Moon. It's like what he wants, he's reaching for it. Whereas in this card, and I wish you could see a little closer, but there's a little boy and he's trying to reach for a butterfly and he's almost there, but not yet. But this card is in reverse. So to me, it's like you have the options. You can go for what you want, or you can, they want me to pick this up, or you can be busy doing things that you don't want to do. And again, you don't have to cut out everything. I mean, obviously, especially if it's like housework or something, like, yeah, you have to make meals, and yeah, you have to do laundry, you have to do all that. But what they really show me is just having that little bit of time that you can work towards something. So having the time for you to rest, having the time for you to work on a hobby. But they're also saying if there's something that you want, you have to clear out some time so that you can work towards it. So if you are working full time, but you really want to leave your job and start a business, can you cut out 15 minutes or half an hour a night to be able to start brainstorming and working towards this? And that's what they're saying. It's like, this is where you are on this little rock, but this is where you want to be, okay? If you want to move forward, they're telling me you need to speak it and you need to make the time for it. So even though this card means something different, I'm getting the idle hours, I'm getting a different vibe from here. So if you work 9 to 5, what they're showing me is like I don't know if you guys got this commercial, but it's like from 5 to 9, and it was Dolly Parton singing that song too. So if you're working 9 to 5, you have 5 to 9 a.m. Don't make sure you get some sleep to start working on the other things, right? So what if it's your business? That's what they're talking about in the commercial. So that's what they're making me feel. If you love doing art, like, do you have 15 minutes or half an hour to maybe start working on a painting? And they're showing me with a painting, it's like you don't have to paint the whole picture in one day or in one night. You can take time and do little bits of it. Maybe do the background or do some clouds, okay? But that is taking steps, no matter how little, taking those steps. So it's really about making the conscious decision that yes, I'm doing that, because that's what they're making me feel like. If you communicate with your spiritual team and take these little steps, you are going to move forward in an amazing way. Okay, it doesn't have to be complicated. That's what they're showing me. Like, it's not. They're showing me like all the stuff on the blackboard. It doesn't have to be complicated, not at all. And if it seems overwhelming, again, ask your spiritual team to help you, because they will let you know little bits. They're not going to show you the big thing, the big picture. All right. They're going to say, they're not going to be like, okay, paint this. They're going to say, all right, now do this little square first. Okay. You've got that. You feel comfortable. All right. Let's do a little bit more. And the same thing about clearing your schedule. If we start with 15 minutes, okay, well, can you add an extra 2 minutes now? Can it be 17? And gradually add more and more and more. Okay. Okay. Before I move on to the next bit, I just want to reiterate, so you have the self-care card. So really focusing this summer on self-care is so important. And the message underneath it says drowning doesn't always require water. And I think that's a really, really powerful message for you, those of you who are resonating with this, because I feel that you're drowning in some part of your life and you really need to let yourself have some air, okay? Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, let's move on to some more positive parts. I really hope that you guys aren't thinking that it's going to be a negative summer. This is just like, okay, you have a choice to make, and we all do, right? We all have choices to make. Are we going to focus solely on our work or the things that we don't want, or are we going to also focus, like take some time to focus on what we do want, right? So what you focus on grows. Okay, so I do feel that this summer that there's some financial security and financial abundance coming in, because you have the first chakra card. So I'm definitely feeling financially secure. You also have the abundance card, blossoming abundance, and sudden wealth. This came out in the last one too. All right. So there is money coming in for you. And for some of you, I'm kind of feeling that money is coming in from, they're showing me the word passion, but I feel like this passion is, they're showing me like cinnamon buns, like making cinnamon buns or baking something. It could be at your home. And they're showing me kind of like, if you have a passion for something and maybe you want to open a bakery or something like that, but maybe you're working somewhere else, they're like, okay, if you have the energy when you get home, and this is why we make sure we have rest so we can have some energy maybe for the weekends or that sort of thing. Maybe you start making cinnamon rolls or start decorating cakes or cookies and take pictures on Instagram. And then people are going to be like, hey, I want those. Can you make me some? I have my child's birthday. I have this. I have that. And by doing that, it's like you're slowly building up, and you can get orders and make money and put money aside so that you could get the bakery if you want to, or you could just work from home. You could just work from home. So there's different options. But I'm seeing that some of you are going to be making enough money that you can buy a new house. Okay? Yeah, definitely with the 777 on the sudden wealth, to me, it's like you are on your path. So whatever it is that you're doing is bringing you in money. So whether it's doing the bakery thing, maybe it's designing t-shirts, or maybe it's making crafts and selling them online. But they were definitely making me feel... So my friend that I went to college with, his sister started doing cookies, and I don't even know how she does it, but she decorates them so beautifully, and she makes them from home, and she has an Instagram account, and she'll do like different themes, like Friends and Christmas and everything, like seasonal too. And she takes pictures of them, and then people are like, wow, I love those. Can you make me some? And that's kind of how she's built up her business. And so that's what I'm feeling here. It's like, if you communicate what it is that you want, I feel that your angels and guides are going to be lighting the way. Like, they're going to help guide you. But you really need to communicate this to them. Okay? Okay, so this is so weird. But with this card, what they're making me feel, so it's number 5. This card, it shows the berries on the bottom. So it's like they're showing growth. But what they're saying is if you want change, you need to show growth. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Again, that's like taking the little steps. It doesn't have to be huge. So this is really, really an important message. Yeah. This is a really important message. Okay. All right. Love time? Baby time. Okay. Okay, so first I'm just going to talk about, for some of you, I feel that you are going to be getting pregnant or having a baby this summer, but I'm feeling this is more pregnancy. They're like, yeah, because if you're having a baby this summer, you know. So you have this card with the beautiful pregnant belly and the child card. Some of you may be having a girl, but I'm definitely feeling that for some of you, you are getting pregnant. All right. Okay, so the last message, we're talking about love. So this message keeps coming up for like most of my readings. And I said this in the June messages. My spiritual team has told me that June, July, August, like this summer especially, and also going into September, really big for divine counterparts coming together. So whether that's soulmates, twin flames, whatever you want to call them, whatever journey that you resonate with, they're coming together, and I'm seeing that for you. So you have the Destiny card, so to me that's 2 people coming together. You also have the Lovers card. And I'm also seeing here, so this is 2 paths that are coming together at like a meeting point. So I'm definitely feeling there is a meeting happening. And it's so weird. In this card, they're only showing me the 2 spirals and how they come together. That's what they're making me see. And I was talking about this in the last video. I see spirals as being journeys. So it's like the 2 of you have been on your individual journeys and they're now going to be coming together. So that's what they're really showing me. Okay. You also have the marriage card. I love that. So for some of you, this person coming in is going to be the individual that you end up marrying. You also, okay, so in this deck, you have the thinking man and the thinking woman. Don't look at the genders. This is just how they're coming up in the deck. And it's funny because the thinking man is upright, but the thinking woman is in reverse. So I find that really interesting. It's like he's focused on it, but she's not. She's not focused on what she's doing. Yeah, she doesn't see it. So to me, if you are wanting this relationship to come in, again, it's about communicating to your angels and guides, hey, this relationship, like please help me have the destined meeting with my divine counterpart. So I definitely work on that, say that. Work on that? Okay. They're having me say things weirdly. But I'm also seeing, like, even though I'm telling you that this could be happening, it's like you don't realize how focused this person is on you. So I'm interpreting, because of my situation, the thinking man as being the other person. And it's like this person is focused on this relationship happening, absolutely focused. They have pure intentions with you. But then this person, they're not as focused on it. And I'm not seeing that as being a bad thing. It's like you're not fully seeing it coming. There may be some anticipation of it coming, but I feel that you're more like kind of in that enjoying your life, focusing on passions, okay? But for some of you, I'm definitely feeling there has to be some kind of focus and some kind of communication. They're nodding my head, okay? Again, with the butterfly, like I was explaining this one with the little boy, he's trying to reach towards a butterfly, and that's what I kind of see as someone trying, like reaching towards a goal, trying to make a goal happen. The butterfly's here, she's not looking at it, okay? So if you're not looking towards the relationship, it ain't gonna happen, and that's what they're saying. It's not gonna happen. So communicate, this is what I want, and focus on it. You don't have to focus on it all the time, and this is a message that I need to hear, because I'm like, okay, do I focus on it or do I not focus on it? And that's the thing, especially like with me, I'm a twin flame, and I haven't met my divine counterpart yet. But it's like, all I've been told is like, okay, so the divine feminine, you know, she does her own thing, and then the divine masculine comes up, and I'm like, okay, but, you know, what if I feel differently inside? So what they're saying there is like, don't listen to other people. Listen to yourself. Communicate with your spiritual team. Ask them what you need to do to bring this in, and just listen to yourself. Listen to your soul, okay? And this card, within the next few weeks came out sideways. So to me, with that energy of the thinking woman being in reverse, it's like, if you want this, there's potential energy for this to happen within the next few weeks, this destined meeting, or this person coming back in your life if you've already met them. But you need to focus on it. There needs to be some sort of focus, not 100% focus. You don't have to think about this person all the time or this relationship coming in. All right, but they're like, follow your light. Follow your light. Okay, so that's focusing on your passions, focusing on what you desire. Sheesh. Follow your light. All right. Okay, so if you are working on your path, if you are staying on your path, and that's your life path, so doing the things that you enjoy, the passions, things that bring you joy, things that feel good, helping others. If you are doing that, then you are on your path, and that's leading you towards it. You had the no card come out, and I was like, okay, what does this have to do with anything? I hate the no card, by the way. But in this case, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. I mean, again, with work, you're going to have to do it. But when you're on your path, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. So they're bringing my attention to this couple, right? So if you meet someone and it doesn't feel right, like you're like, okay. For example, the other day I met this guy, and we have so many similarities in things that we like, our hobbies and everything like that. And it's like, I should really, really like this guy. I honestly should. There was like a big long list of things that just made sense. On paper, we made sense. But I'm like, you know what? I don't feel it. I don't feel it. There's absolutely no spark. So yeah, logically, would we be a good match? Maybe, but listen to the no's, and that will help direct you too, okay? So that can be not only for the relationship portion, where if you do meet someone and you're like, hey, you seem perfect for me, but not feeling it, okay, moving on. That can also be with maybe projects like work or that sort of thing. I mean, obviously for work, sometimes you can't say no if you're working for someone else, but it's like, if there's something that you really want to do, so say someone asks you outside of work, like, hey, can you help me with this? And you are so tired, like maybe they showed me the word moving. Maybe someone asked you, hey, can you help me move this weekend? And you want to help them out in a way, but you're also exhausted from work. Listen to your no's, communicate your no's. So some sort of boundaries coming up there too, all right? Listen to your no's. Your no's. No's. What? That's what they wanted me to say. I think they just had me say that to be silly. Yeah, they're nodding their head. Okay, so pile number 2, sorry, this was a bit of a long message. and I wanted them to be a little more upbeat, but this could be so upbeat. Just make sure you're taking care of you. If there's any message I can give you, it's the self-care. Clear the space so you can have time for self-care, and you will be rewarded with things that bring you joy. All right, pile number 2, let me know if this resonates, and hopefully you like this message, and hopefully I'll see you next video. Have a wonderful summer, or actually where you are might not be summer, but have a wonderful next couple of months. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so pile number 3. So I'm already seeing that your pile is all about love. Actually, it's funny because the other 2 piles talked about relationships coming in, and as I've said before, my spirit guides have shown me like this summer and going into the fall, there's a lot of divine counterparts coming together, whether it's soulmates or twin flames or whatever journey that you're on. They're showing me the soulmate cards, so for some of you, this is definitely soulmate energy coming in. I'm definitely feeling, though, they're saying some of the soulmates aren't going to be like romantic. So there is some soul tribe coming in for you, which is really, really exciting to me because it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a lot of friends. This journey, like when you're on a healing journey, a spiritual journey, you drift away from a lot of people. Sometimes it illuminates maybe who you don't really want in your life, but also times we're going in within, right? So we might be a little bit of a hermit, and that's okay. And now, as we go along our journey, we are attracting people to us with similar belief systems, similar interests, but we're also maybe rediscovering the people in our lives that we maybe haven't interacted with as much lately, whether it's because of our journey or from COVID, but it's like we're rediscovering maybe those relationships too. So that's just a quick message there. The rest of the messages I'm definitely feeling are talking about romantic relationships and that type of soulmate coming in. The message here that I'm getting is don't rush into it, okay? Because what I'm really seeing is that they're showing me number 4. So the last pile I saw 2 potential suitors. This one I'm seeing like 4, and I mean, it doesn't really matter the number. You could have plenty of them. Like you could go online dating and there could be 200 messages in your inbox, right? But I'm seeing that there's maybe 4 that appear in your life. So this is what they're showing me. So first of all, these 2 cards, and doesn't matter which gender or how you identify, okay, these women look miserable to me, and especially the one in the courtship card. It's like, to me, if you have a card of courtship, like maybe they would be happier, but it looks like she just wants to be rescued, like get me out of here, this person's a weirdo. All right, so this is kind of telling me if you jump in too quickly with something, it's like you kind of have like the beginning feels, right? Where it's like, oh, I met someone new and it's new and exciting and we're getting to know each other and we're talking about, and they're saying surface level things, right? Maybe at the beginning, like your favorite movies, or you know, kind of like, you know, things that you just talk to someone you just met about, right? You're not going to be diving deep with them, especially when you first start interacting. So what they're saying, it's like, don't jump into anything. And this is what I'm seeing, all right? So they have these cards out, and to me, like, so it's kind of coming off as like the dating game, like bachelor number 1. So this is what they're showing me. In this case, person number 1, to me, it's like someone who wants to appear that they have a lot of money. All right. Whether they do or not, they might have a bit. To me, they're like the flashier dresser. Like they might go out and get the Gucci shirt, or they might have expensive suits or try to look more expensive. To me, this person, it's like they're more about how things appear. So they want a partner who looks pretty, you know, or looks handsome. They want that person to be put together, working out. They're not, you know, falling in love with your heart or soul. This person is all about what makes me look good. That's what I'm kind of feeling here. Okay. Flashy, you know, they might be someone who kind of, like at first you're like, oh, hi. But it's like smoke and mirrors is what they're saying. Smoke and mirrors with this person. I'm not feeling that they are, they're not the person that you would walk off into the sunset with, right? They're just the person that's here for a good time, not a long time is what I'm getting. All right. The second person I'm getting is good looking. They're good looking. They're fit. To me, they're financially stable. It seems like they have a good head on their shoulders, but I feel that they're a little full of themselves or a little too focused on maybe how they look. They're a little focused on the gym and that sort of thing. You know, they're okay. They're okay. I'm not really getting much from them though. Like I'm not, the other one I'm getting a little more vibes, but this one, it's kind of like, maybe they're more difficult to read. They have a sword and it's pointing down, and to me with swords in the tarot, like that's about communication. And he's, in the imagery, it's a man, but this person is looking off to the side, like they're not even looking at you. So to me, it's like he also has his hand over his heart. So to me, it's like, no, we're not going there. We're not diving deep. We're not doing the vulnerability thing. We're not communicating. This is just like, this is the type of person that you go out to dinner and a movie with, and it's better to go to a movie with them because they're not going to talk much. They're not going to talk much. So that's what I'm getting there. The third person, this person is different than what you would normally date. That's what I'm getting. They seem a little shy, maybe a little more artistic, and more creative in that sense, I guess you could say. They are about heart. This person has a big heart. And I think that might open something up inside of you. It's like, hey, you're not who I would consider, but wow, I really see the depths of your soul. Like, you really see that this person is a kind person. Now, but I don't feel that any of these three are the person that you would end up with, because you also have another card which came out on its side. So to me, when a card comes out on its side, it's potential energy. Like this could come in if you want it to, if you speak it into existence. But also with talking about don't rush into anything, this person will be coming in, but it's like, I don't know if it's just like the other three have to kind of come in first. Or this person's on the sidelines and maybe they're not as forward or as assertive as the other ones. This is going to depend on your situation. And I mean, don't stop dating someone because I said that person's maybe not right for you. Listen to your intuition, and that's going to be another thing that I'm going to talk about here. But it's like this person that's coming in, they're balanced. I feel that they're balanced, they're passionate. This person is going to be someone who's good for you. They're the person who's going to do the deep diving with you, that you can be vulnerable with, and that you have those deeper conversations. Like this card, it's the dive card, and it says you don't find pearls on the seashore, right? So as beautiful as pearls are, you have to dive into the water. You have to dive deep into the ocean to be able to get them, right? So to get a higher vibrational relationship, you have to do the deep diving. So the other bachelors or bachelorettes or whomever, the other people, especially the first two that I was talking about, they're not going to do that. They don't care. They don't want to know about your hopes and dreams. They don't want to know about the journey that you have been on. They're just kind of more focused on how you look and the surface level stuff. And the other person, the other people, they are going to want to look more into your soul, right? They want to know what lights your fire. What are you passionate about? So that's why, again, why I'm saying it's like, don't rush into anything. Use your intuition especially. So with the soulmate card, he's got the third eye, and he's also got the eye in his hand. So it's like we're not going to really focus on what they're saying. And I said this in, I think, pile number 1. We're not going to focus on what these people are saying, because they can tell you anything, absolutely anything to date you, to try to impress you. We are going to use our intuition, our feelings to decipher, which person is right for us. You also have the ocean card, and it says, be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. So to me, this card is all about being yourself. Like this person, this potential energy, this potential person that's coming in, you can be yourself with them wholeheartedly. You could tell them all of your stuff, like all of the dark things, shadow aspects, whatever, all of the difficulties that you've had in your life, and they're going to be like they're not going to blink an eye. All right, they're going to be like, okay, they're going to talk to you about it and consider your feelings about it. Okay. All right. So what I'm feeling here with this being a potential energy, this higher vibrational love, I feel that this has to do with communication. Yeah, they're nodding my head. Okay. This is communication that needs to happen, and I'm not feeling that it's communication necessarily with that person, although that's an aspect of it for sure. Okay. You have the gossip card in reverse, and also the communication card. I'm also seeing, so there's the Rebel card, and she's just kind of like sitting there relaxing. That came out sideways as well. And the expectation card. So you can sit at home or sit wherever and wait for these people to come in, or wait for this person to come in. It doesn't work like that. They're shaking my head. No. We are cleansing the way that we used to do things as well, and I'll get into that. But if you want this to happen, you have to speak it, all right? So communication, you have ask for help from others. So to me, that is asking for help from your angels and guides. You also have this card, and it's like she's speaking to an angel. She's asking for help. So if you want to meet your soulmate, your divine counterpart, whomever, you have to say to your angels and guides, please guide me towards this person. This is what I want, and you need to focus on it. And if you do, they are going to send you intuitive nudges, right? So part of the ask others for help, they could send you an intuitive nudge to let other people know, like, hey, I'm looking for someone. I'm looking to date someone. Because if people don't know that that's what you're looking for, then they might not bring up, hey, my brother, you would be great for my brother, or hey, my sister is looking for for someone to date. You know, like it could be anything, or someone's spouse, maybe like their brother-in-law or something is single, or sister-in-law. It doesn't matter, whomever, like part of this could be communicating to others that this is what I'm looking for, right? Now you had the take action card come out sideways. So again, it's like, it's so funny that all of these cards keep coming out sideways. This can happen is what they're saying. This can happen if you communicate it. If this is what you want, communicate it. And again, with the take action card, they will send you intuitive nudges. You have to take action. So that can look like so many different things for all of you. That could be joining a certain online dating course, or online dating course. I just put two of them together. A certain online dating app, right? Or that could be taking a course. You know, like I was thinking about taking a sign language course. And like, I can't really right now with COVID restrictions, but it's like, maybe you all of a sudden have an inspiration like, hey, I should take an art class, or that sort of thing, or I should join this social media platform. And from there, you could either meet this person, or you can meet someone who's going to introduce you to this person, all right? So that's what I'm seeing there. It's like, I wish you could see these cards. So this card, this woman, she's praying, but she also has two other arms that are like receiving. So you need to ask, and then you have to allow yourself to receive it. And the receiving is the inspired action and taking that inspired action. You have the perfect timing card, okay? So just, again, have patience. Don't rush into anything, because some of these suitors may come up and it's like, it's not time for this person, this force. Okay, they said force, but I'll get to that in a second. This fourth person to come in, don't force it, is what they're saying. Do not force this, all right? If you ask for it, and you listen and you take the inspired action, you have the in the near future card. So this person and these people can be coming in the near future. But here's the thing. We are cleansing the old ways of doing things. So in this card deck, like, you are going to be doing something different. Something that you maybe never have before, okay? There's the recovery card. So it has a key. So to me, so you've got the key, and then in this card, there's a doorway. So it's like they are sending you the key to open this doorway, but this door you've never entered before, right? To be able to have something you never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. That's what they're making me feel with this. So they keep drawing my attention to these cards. Like, to me, it's kind of mysterious. This is going to be like a little mysterious. Some of it might not make sense. Some of the things that the inspired actions might not make sense to you, but they will at the end of it. Okay, and they're bringing my attention to the chance card, and it says, allow the sea to wash its chest of wonders ashore. So again, with the receiving, you never know what the tide may bring in, okay? So again, with doing something we've never done before, you never know what the tide may bring in, okay? So if we've never done it before, you never know what's going to be able to come in, right? If we keep repeating the same patterns and doing the same thing over and over and over, that's not going to bring in the result that we're looking for. But also, this is kind of saying, it's like, don't limit yourself in the way that this person can come to you. And I know that's so hard, because I'm the same way. It's like, I haven't met my twin yet. Oh no, I spilled my water. I haven't met my twin yet, and when I'm thinking, like, how the heck am I going to meet him, right? Like, I know we live in the same area, but it's like, how are we going to meet? It's like, there's COVID restrictions, things are closed down, and they say right now they are. Don't force it, Jenna, that's what they're saying. But it's like, I also, like, right now I'm at home all the time, and So I can be like, oh, I don't know how the heck this man is going to come into my life, but like they're saying there's so many, there's an infinite number of possibilities the way that he could come to me. So that's why we communicate with our angels and guides, because they are going to pave the way. They said, don't worry about it, Jenna. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about how this person is going to come to you. All you need to worry about is listening, and don't even worry. They said, don't even worry. All you have to do is communicate that you want this, and listen to your intuition to take that action, all right? I hate when they wrote me in. The same thing, that they're saying the same thing with your soul tribe, right? It's like, oh man, I gotta get out there and I gotta join clubs and groups and stuff like that. And that might be part of it, but it's like you might not know how these people are gonna come to you, but it's like they will come to you. They will come to you if you follow the guidance. Okay, so it's kind of funny, they're showing me the chicken card, but it's like there's one that's just kind of sitting down, one that's focused on eating, and then there's another one that looks like super determined, right? And to me, the middle one, they stand out. This person's determined. That's this person, the person that can come in. One of them's like just sitting. Like I feel like one of the people, they're making me feel like it's the first one, is lazy, right? They're just going to tell you whatever you want to hear, but they're not going to put, there's like no effort being put out, aside from maybe like picking you up at your house or meeting you at a restaurant or that sort of thing. It's like there is no effort. The other one, like I was saying with the second one, they're focused on other things. Like this one's focused on eating. So the second one with the abs and stuff, like I feel like this person's focused on what they're eating more than they're focused on you. They're just like, okay, well, I gotta stay fit for summer, so I can only eat eggs and chicken. Like, I don't know, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be about food, but you know, like, this is what they're making me feel. This person is so focused on like themselves. And I mean, it's good for us to be focused on ourselves because you have to fill your own cup before you can fill others. But this person doesn't care about filling other people's cups, all right? These two, they only care about how their cups appear. So yeah, that's what they're definitely showing me. But getting back to the determined chicken, this person is going to show you, and I talked about this in the earlier video. So the comparison that they gave me in, I think, file number 1 was it's like someone building you a garden, right? Instead of just giving you a bouquet of flowers, they're building a garden. So they're taking the time to till the soil, they're taking the time to plant the seeds and to water them. This person isn't going to necessarily rush you. Like, they're determined to be in your life because they want to be in your life. It's not so that you can look pretty on their arm or that sort of thing. This person will show you through actions that they want to be in your life and that you mean something to them, which is really important. Okay, so that's, again, they're making me look at like the third eye. So use your intuition. Okay, and they're talking about looking at the space between the trees for answers, light. That's what they're saying here. And they also showed me that with the bear, like looking between, like kind of like reading in between the lines there. The actions are so important, but also the feelings that you have. So you could meet someone and think that, hey, you're perfect, you sound perfect. But it's like, no, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. It's like, why? Why? This person seems so perfect for me. No, if it doesn't feel right, no, they're not for you. Okay? So that to me is really key in all aspects. using our intuition to be able to sense what feels right, whether it's a romantic relationship or the people, right? Because even in this picture, some of them seem a little full of themselves. So to me, it's like, okay, you could meet someone at a class with similar interests as you, but it's like, I kind of get a vibe from you, and I'm not really sure what this is, but for some reason, I'm going to stay away. Listen to that. Listen to your intuition 100%. If for any reason at all you were confused about a person who's coming in, whether it's a friend or whether it's a romantic partner, ask your spiritual team and just let yourself receive the messages for that, okay? All right, but you also have the cross card. To me, this card in this deck is all about like reaching your goal, an ultimate goal. So to me, it's like if you are looking for love, you are looking to settle down, you're looking for the one, that person, I see you really reaching that goal and meeting this person. You just gotta take the steps to do it. And yeah, just watch out for the for the other people, okay? But I honestly, I feel that you all know enough to know the difference between these people, especially, you know, what we've all been through, what we've been going through on our healing journeys and everything. I know I kind of thought going into the dating pool again, like, am I going to fall for the same things, or is everything going to happen similarly as they did before? And now I'm kind of noticing, you know, I'm kind of opening up to a different world of possibilities with people, maybe people that I wouldn't have talked to before because I wasn't as open about myself. But really, it's just like when you're meeting people, just be authentically you. You don't have to like come out and just be like, this is me, blah. All right. But it can be like just offering like little bits here and there. Again, the same thing with taking time. Taking time to maybe have these conversations with these people who actually deserve to have those conversations with you, about your past, if you feel comfortable sharing that, about your hopes and your dreams. They're showing me, before I go, they're showing me the number 4. So I'm saying that this person is coming within the next 4 months, okay? This person, if you want this person, the ultimate person, your soulmate, twin flame, whomever, if you want them to come in within the next 4 months, okay? All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful summer, whatever season that you're going into. I hope it's a wonderful one. And hopefully I will see you next video. Thank you. Bye.